Hello, welcome back to Things My Way. In this video, I will explain about the Code the Hood, how you can apply by yourself without going to the driving school. So I made the notes because I went to one of my friends who has given her driving exam last month. She didn't go to the driving school, she applied by her own. So I asked her all the questions and I wrote some notes. So I'll explain everything by step how you can apply, which website you can go through, and which website you can learn the free driving lessons. You can practice lessons. So let's start the video. So I made some notes where I'll explain by step. In the step 1, prepare for the coding exam, and step 2, what do you need before applying the code exam, and step 3, from which website you can apply the code exam, so like putting an exam center. And then the step 4, on the exam day I will explain everything on the exam day, how the exam will be. At last, I have some questions received by DM and from Facebook and also in YouTube comments. I wrote some notes also. So I will explain what are the questions and I'll give the answers to them. The first step, how you prepare for the code exam. So the first option, I can say, you can go to the websites, like you can practice like code exam. It's going to be exactly the same how the code exam will be. So they're going to mock test. They're going to put the mock test. So the first website is a Stitch. It's a free website. And the second website is PrepaCode, and third website is CodeHusu. So Stitch is a free, you can do for free, but PrepaCode and the CodeHusu is for paid version. You have to pay a little amount for, maybe if I remember, the PrepaCode is like 20 euros, and Stitch is free, and the other website is like for 5 euros for 2 months, like that. Maybe you can check around. I'll put all the links in the description. You can directly go through the website and you can check. You have to register them from them and you can practice the exams. The paid versions were really good. Even you invest some money, like 20 euros is not bad. So you can pay the money, and it really, she told me that vocabulary, the one she learned from the paid versions, are the same vocabulary she saw on the exam day. Stitch is also really good. Most of them, what happens, if the French people, they know the exact words, what the exact pronunciation, the meaning of them. But for us, sometimes we see the word, but we remember as in the words are similar to English, but the pronunciation is different. So we must assume that it might be different. So we might be confused on the exam day. So the paid version she told me the paid version has the same vocabulary. So you can, obviously the Stitch is free. You can practice in the both websites. So yeah. And the second one is there is a school in Paris. It's called Foreign-Back School. I hope I pronounce it right. It's an English driving school. You can I think it's most famous in Paris. So, but they are expensive. So there is a wonderful book with them. It's called French Driving Test Book. It's cost around 25 euros, which I also bought it when I was practicing it. Not this time, the last time. So every year they change the new book, like 2024 version. If you want to buy this year, this is going to be like 2024 version. But the book has everything, like A to Z, whatever, because I think they are professionals in that. They are doing this very long time, but it's expensive. I contacted them. If you buy the book from them, they also offer you one free code class, which like in online. So you can go through their website and you can put the code which they have given you in the email. So you can do, I think there are 2 hours class. The teacher gonna explain everything in English. If you are interested, you can go through the website. So it's called, I'll also give the link about the school. It's called Foreign-Back to French driving English driving school. I think most of the people speak in English on there, and they also provide the driving translator, everything, but they're expensive. So they provide everything. The classes will be in English. The code exam will be provided. The translator will be provided by them. Everything is done. If you pay money, like around 1800 euros, I probably guess it, because when I call them, they explain everything. So because it's almost like 500 kilometers from the place I live, so I can't go there for driving lessons. In the beginning, it was in the beginning. So I just bought the book from them, but it's really good book. So then the next will be the YouTube classes. There are many YouTube channels which they provide the mock test in YouTube, in French actually, almost. It's all of them in French. So I'll also put the link in the description. The next step will be, what do you need before applying the code exam? So there are 2 major things you need to be remember in your mind. The first one is to take a photograph. It's not like for passport photograph you take it normally in the photo studio. It's not like that. This photograph is taken in the photo booth, which is available most of the supermarché in France. For example, in Intermarché, Carrefour, you can find a small photo booth, and you can go to the inside, and you can there will be listed which type of photograph you need. You can select them, and no, don't worry, they also provide in different languages, so you can just pay 5 euros or 6 euros. Just they're gonna give the photograph right away after 2 minutes. Make sure the photograph is for the license, because they're gonna provide, there are different type of photograph, so make sure they're gonna, each photograph is for the license, because they're gonna be 4 photographs of yours, and on the below the photograph there will be the code, which the code is really important to apply. And I'll tell you another thing, next one, to apply your license. And the next one you need is NEPH number, which is called left number, NEPH. It can be applied by your own, by in ANT website, ANTS. You can go through ANT website, and you can search for the, I need to apply for driving license, everything, and I need to fill all the details in it. And you also provide the photograph which you are taken, you have to provide the number. So automatically their website provide your photographs, so don't need to upload the photograph online. They just need the number of your photograph. So do not lose the photograph. Even take a photo of your photograph, so you can still remember you can still have your code, a photograph code. So this is the two things you think you need. The first one is photograph, and second one is NEPH number, which you can apply in the ANT website. It's be more easy, don't worry. I will also provide the link of that, how to apply it. Just give your details and your address, everything, and after 2 weeks they provide that like this. After 2 weeks you will receive the NEPH number by your email. But don't believe them, because I didn't get it, my friend didn't get it by the email. You just go through a website, again you have to look every day, because I waited for 2 weeks for my friend's NEPH code, but they didn't provide for 2 weeks. I was thinking why it was too late, but when I opened the website, it's already provided. Like to download, there is a small option in the top right corner. It's already provided the NEPH code, so I have to download it. So do not wait for them. They're gonna list here that the NEPH code gonna be to your mobile, and you're gonna send it to email. I didn't receive it, my friend didn't receive it. I only go through a website, and I receive it in the website in the top right corner. So keep it in this mind. And the third step, in which website you're gonna apply the code exam, I mean the exam center. In which websites? There are many websites in France, but my friend told me there are 2 specific websites she went through, because she passed on the second time. First time she passed, she put the exam on another one, and second time the other one. The first one gonna be La Poste, the post office which is in France, the La Poste. You can also apply, not only you can send the post, you can also apply for the code exam in La Poste. And the second one is Objective Code. So the two websites I'm going to tell you now, the La Poste and Objective Code. So you can apply anything. Just go to the website, and you can put your region, the code, and the date of the exam center. And date of the exam center, you're gonna go, and they're gonna list all the centers which you have, and you can select one exam center which is really near to you, and after later you can select the time you need, and just pay 30 euros for the exam, and on the day of exam you can go directly. So it's the same thing with the Objective Code. The La Poste and Objective Code, the same way you're gonna book it, but there is a small difference in La Poste and Objective Code on the exam day. She told me in La Poste, when she applied for the code exam for like 30 euros, on the exam day, on the exam time, there will be a questions. Once they will be displayed the question, and after you will have 4 options to select it. So but in La Poste, the question will be displayed, but you cannot put the options right away. The option is going to be gray out, so you cannot put the option directly. You have to wait until the question was completed, so then you can choose the answer. But in Objective Code, you can, when the question displayed, you don't even listen to the question, you can directly put the option. So there is only slight difference in between these two websites, because my friend, she don't want to listen the question because there will be no time. She told me she always mute the questions which want to be displayed on the tablet, and she don't listen to the question. She just read the question and she gonna put it. So she learned her way differently. If you want to listen the question, there will be no any difference in the La Poste and Objective Code. I hope I was clear. Okay. So the step 4, On the exam day, you go to the exam center and they're gonna provide a small locker. You're gonna put your all the belongings to in the locker, and they're gonna provide you the tablet. Because for me, they provided me a small telecom remote for my English exam. I mean English code exam. But normally in the France, in the French code exam, they don't provide the remote. They provide the tablet, which they're gonna display the questions directly on the tablet. So they're gonna provide the tablet and also the headphones. Your headphones will be prohibited in that. They're gonna I saw the list everything, so they don't allow your own headphones. They're gonna have they provide you their own headphones. So the one tablet and headphones. So second, after starting the exam, the question gonna displayed, and you have only 20 seconds of time to put the options. So once the option is, when this 20 seconds is finished, they're gonna display second question. So you cannot go back to the first question. It's the same, even my exam it happens like that. Once the exam is finished, once the question is finished, you cannot go back again. So keep in that mind, you have only 20 seconds. In 20 seconds you can uncheck the options you want, but after the 20 seconds we don't have any options to put the question. So here I'm going to tell one more thing here, because when I given the exam the last time, they're going to give the question for my code exam. They're going to give the question and you have the 4 options A, B, C, D. So in that there might be one answer is right, or there might be also 2 answers were right. So I don't know. So I have to be more careful. So I need to, imagine if there will be 2 answers right, I choose only for one answer which is right, the question going to be wrong. I don't get score. So but now the people who are giving right now, like 2024, they made some little bit easier, because if the question is displayed and you have the 4 options, imagine there are 1 or 2 answers are right in the question. They're going to display in the top right, not the top, in the bottom, they're going to display like that. This question might have 1 or 2 answers are right, like that. So they're going to display that, which will be easier for you if you are writing in this year 2024. So keep in that mind. For me, it doesn't have like that. I need to be more careful. So to choose if the question has 1 answer right, or second answer is also right, like that. But the people who are giving right now, they have little bit, they made little bit easier. You might also, they're already gonna tell you this question has 2 answers, like that. So keep in that mind, which is easy, which is good. So at last, after the exam, after the completing of 40 exams, the exam is finished, and you're going to return them your tablet back and the headphones back. And the exam result, they're going to tell you that exam result going to be sent in your email within 48 hours. But my friend, she has given 2 times. The first time she got her result after like 15-20 minutes later, and the second time first time she got only 33, and the second time she passed with 36, I think 37. Right away, the invigilator told her right away. So she didn't wait for 48 hours. It's going to be more quick, but they're going to tell the instructions you have to wait at least 48 hours. So this is going to be the procedure, how the exam will be, the code exam will be. I hope I was clear. And I wrote some questions which I got DM and I got in Facebook comments. So I'm gonna answer them, these questions. So the first question is, how much is the fee? It's gonna be 30 euros for the code exam. I already told you. Does code have validity period? Yes, the code exam is valid for 5 years. Okay. How many questions in what? So it's difficult to answer. We don't even know which the 40 questions gonna be in different type of topics about the alcohol, about the safety. So we gonna guess from which topic they're gonna give the questions. So my driving school teacher told me that there will be one question for sure they're gonna ask about the alcohol. But I given 2 times. The first time they asked about alcohol, the second time they didn't have any alcohol regarding the alcohol questions. So we don't know. So we cannot assume, we cannot guess from which topic they're gonna send it. So I really don't know, sorry. So the next, how can I contact the translator individually? So I did ask this question to the driving school teacher. About, imagine if I want to apply by my own without your help, how can I apply, how can I contact the translator? So in that case, we have to write an email to the prefecture with your local prefectures telling this is your situation, and they're going to send the list of the translator about these things, and you have to contact the translator. But she also told me, the driving school teacher also told me it's very difficult to get the response from prefecture. You know, normally in France, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, if you contact the prefecture, they're going to take long time, 6 to 7 months. Yes, that's true, 6 to 7 months to get a response from them. But you can give a try. Sometimes they're going to give the quick replay, so you can give a try. When you're trying to practice when you're trying to learning your exam, you can just put an email before, I need a translator, like that. So maybe they can give the response back. So you have to ask the prefecture if you want to contact the translator, because they don't allow anybody. There will be a certified translator who can translate for you on the code exam day. So you have to ask prefecture. So how many points for the practical exam? So the practical exam has 31 points. In that you have to pass, you have to get at least 20 points. So one of the comments in the Facebook was how much hard was the exam? I would say the exam was not too hard, but the difficulty I faced in language. So like most people do, like international one. But I would say if you practice many in the online free practice exam, but if you are joining in the school, you can practice by the material which is provided by your school. So if you practice them, I don't think it will be very hard. You will pass right away the first attempt, because one of my friends who lives in France, she's from Armenia, she don't know anything, and the first attempt she got 39 by 40. So she only missed with 1 mark. She practiced many exams. She suggested me the same. So I suggest you the same. Like recently my friend who passed the second attempt, she passed because of the practicing many days. So don't lose hope. You will definitely pass the exam if you practice more. So the last question, if I have international license, can we buy a car? Yes, if you have international license, you can buy a car. I did the same way. I have international permit I took from the RTO. So that's it. I hope I was clear. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how my practical exam experience was. It will be a very short video. In that video, I'll explain my mark sheet. Like I told you, you need to get at least 20 for 31 points. So I'll explain you what are the 31 points are, what the driving examiner will look into you while you are driving. So it will be a very short video because I haven't edited yet, so I'll post very soon. So if you don't want to miss the video, just hit the bell icon here, so you'll get the notification. Thank you. Bye bye.